think is sick. I think that's really sick. I mean, that's, again, $12 million a year in revenue, and that's just product selection. That doesn't, there's a huge amount of students who have not done product selection. So let's do this. Ooh, I'm live over here. Let's get the screen ready. And we're going to do some live product research. Having two screens is going to take some getting used to. Let's bring this screen here. Boop, boop. There we go. The $1 million a month is all of the profitable students? No. So that's, first off, and that's still in counting, because we haven't gotten responses from everybody or reached out to everybody yet. That is the students who have done product selection, where based on the criteria that I use and teach, I select the product for them. Across those students and counting, so far we're at about $1 million plus a month, which, like I said, I think is really sick. I think it's a testament, because my program is three years old in March. So yeah, 3 years old in March. So in the last 3 years, we've had hundreds of student successes. We've had millions of dollars sold on Amazon. And then for the last 3 years, and I'm not saying anybody in this live, but I think it's hilarious. For the last 3 years, all you hear is Amazon's too saturated. You can't make money on it anymore. It's DEAD. Tell that to all of those students who are crushing it. Not even just my students. Tell that to all the sellers who have started in those last 3 years and are crushing it. Okay, let's go to Amazon. What category should we do product research in? What category should we do product research in? Sea Urchin, thank you for sharing the live. Was it good, my guy? I'll wait until we get a comment on category, because I know how to do product research, everybody. Actually, let me show something. I can only show this on the TikTok live, I think. Hold on. How do I show this without... There we go. Oh my, the dog toy scared the ish out of me. Oh, I don't think it's gonna let me do this. Hold on. Okay, look. Home interior, maybe. Yeah, we could do like home decor. So this is what I want to show you guys. So this is a list. I guess this is all I can show you, because like, well, hold on. So like date submitted, agent name, product name, right? So this is our list of approved products, just to show I know how to do product research. And when I say this is, oh, by the way, so hold on, let me cover, there we go. Just so you can see, if you see at the bottom of the tab where it says approved, this isn't all products. So all product tab is there. These are just our approved products. These are all the products, quite literally hundreds of products that meet the criteria. So like quite literally, we're still going, just so you see, there's dates inputted. We're still going hundreds of products. So that being said, we're going to do some live product research. I already know how to do product research. So all of your participation is what makes this an educational process. Hey, Luke, one of my shipments containers was stopped by customs and my FBA labels have my LLC name. Okay. I mean, getting stopped by customs is a very small percentage chance, but it's also a very common thing. I mean, every day shipments get stopped, hundreds, if not thousands of shipments get stopped at customs. So no, I don't think it's a big deal. Give me one. That list is available for myself and for AMZ Masterclass students only who lock in product selection. All right, so we have home decor. Well, you said home interior, but I'm going to say home decor. So I'm going to walk you guys through my steps. I'm going to flip my screen around. Give me 1 second. Let's share the screen with YT. Glad the puppy's distracted. Optimized shipment deadline is February 28th. How long would you say customs would take? Just your opinion. There's not a, I mean, if there was a blanket answer, like a week or two, but it doesn't really work like that. Sometimes a customs check can be just that, a week or two. Sometimes people's products, and this is just the reality of it, not to worry you, just this is how it is. Sometimes people's products get stuck at customs for months. Is that common? No, that's if there's an issue. But the point is there's no average. It's kind of like what's the average to get through TSA? Well, it depends. Like, are you going to get stopped? How much is the search? What are they looking for? The thing is, he even gave someone one. Even if you gave someone one, they would probably fail if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, I would agree with that. How's the new product launch you mentioned on one of your videos? It's going good. I was just talking about it right now. I've posted videos about it showing like sales and stuff since we got back in stock. I actually just read sales. I think I closed the account. Yeah, I did. But we're projecting 15K a month right now. That's with no growth. We only have 15 reviews. So yesterday 550, day before that 550, or excuse me, 500, 550, 500, 550, 500, 500, and then today we're at 350 and it's 3 p.m. here in Cali. That's top line revenue. So yeah, just sales. Hoping it doesn't stay that long or I get hit with inbound fees. You should be good. All right, live product research. Let's do it. Make sure. I changed my setup a little bit, so I'm a little slower than normal. So just bear with me here. Oh, the puppy escaped, I think. Romeo, come here. All right, let's do it. What up, Chief? All right, let's do it. I feel like I might have to go get the puppy first, but let's see if he could survive without me. What's the profit margin? Right now, we're running at a 20-something% profit margin after ads. Is Noob still a buster? Noob forever will be a buster. He's not allowed in my lives. I don't associate with him. Number one buster. I said that. Okay. So, also like the worst Amazon seller I've ever seen. But anyways, let's go through. So step one in doing product research is we're going to find a product that catches our eye. Oh, actually, sorry. For step one, you go to Amazon, type some generic. So we did home decor. You could do toys and games, just anything generic, okay? Now, we're going to see what I mean when I say catches our eye. Quite literally, that's what I mean. Will reviews really boost my listing? I have 0 reviews and I'm getting worried. I'm selling like 2 average. Yeah, bro. And Sean, I think that this is the same person from before. Brother, we talked like hold on, we're going to pause product research real quick because this is real talk, bro. I'm not trying to grill you, but this is a lesson for everybody else. Speed answers all problems in the market. I actually had this play out, and I'm going to tell you the story. I had this play out, bro, and it didn't go well for the person that it played out for. Speed answers all problems in the market. Actually, it doesn't go well for anybody. I have multiple stories that go like this. You're selling on Amazon and you're facing a roadblock, and somebody tells you, hey, this is the roadblock and this is how you overcome the roadblock. And you're like, okay, bet. And then you completely disregard what they're saying. This is what I mean, guys, when I say you can give somebody the keys to the castle. Okay, good, Shan. But let me still continue because this matters. Props to you. So this applies less to you now, but I still think it's important to say. So speed answers all problems in the market. I can give somebody the keys to the castle. It doesn't mean that they're going to unlock it. So it's like, here's the optimizations you need to make, but then you keep going, and then you're like, well, why are things not going right? And it's like, well, because you have to make these optimizations. Amazon is a flywheel. There's always a reason why something is not going the way that you want it. Now, props to you for submitting into Vine. Now, I know you have a high ticket product, bro, but you kind of have two scenarios. One scenario is you sit here and you're barely getting sales. Your sales are dropping. Maybe you're starting to spend more on ads. Last time we talked, I think you were profitable. But so if you're profitable, again, applies less to you. But somebody who maybe is in a similar situation. They're going to go lose money on ads because they don't want to spend money on reviews and then lose money to avoid losing money. When in reality, if you invest money, it's like penny pinching. And if you would just invest money, then in the reviews, then it works out. It's like going on vacation and you're like, I need to save money. I'm going to go on vacation, but I'm going to save money. So you get the cheapest hotel room. It looks dirty, it's grimy, and you get bed bugs. So you spend $50 on a hotel, but then you spend $1,000 on a hospital bill overseas. I know this is like a far-fetched example, but then you spend that $1,000. So now all in, you're in $1,050. When in reality, had you just booked a decent room, go spend the $200, the $250. Yeah, you spend more initially, but on the back end, you don't spend as much. Similar situation. Go spend the money on the reviews. Okay, it's a $150 product. I have to get 5 reviews. Ask the people to give it back to you, bro. If you have your cousin get it and you live by your cousin, allegedly, ask him to give it back to you. But it's like, instead of spending the 5 times 150, what is that? 750, which I know is a lot. You'll continue to spend money on ads and ads and ads, and right now break even. But what if, conversion drops because you still have 0 reviews and conversion drops, and now 1 week you lose 100 and then you lose 150. So now you're not only losing that initial money, but you're also losing even more money because you're not making any. So like if I make $100 a day and then 2 days I'm sick, not only do I lose $200, but I actually lose another $200 because it's $200 that I could have made. Does that make sense? So that being said, speed answers all problems in the market. Don't penny pinch here to lose more money here, and just get it done. All right, let's go back to product research, but that was important to talk about. All right, so we're going to look for a product that catches our eye. For those of you who are new here, when we do product research well, then I would submit more products into Vine, potentially. Maybe not. That's not the solution. I would start, honestly, bro, there's some hustles. I'll share that. Maybe I should share that now before we get off track again. Man, I was asking FedEx drivers to leave me reviews for my product. If I was in Canada, I would be hopping on social media, playing nice with a bunch of people. And honestly, bro, here's a tactic. Hop into the comments of like my videos, hop into the live, start making friends with the community, and then find 5 people in the US and bada boom, bada bing. Like there's always a will for every, and again, it might sound harsh, but for every excuse somebody gives me, I can give you 2 solutions. In terms of business, I don't have a solution for everything in life. All right, product research. We're going to find a product that catches our eye. You guys have to participate. I already have hundreds of products that I can launch at any given time. So I know how to do this. Been doing it for a while. So, you mean there's always a way? What did I say? Did I say there's always a will? What did I say? But, so for those of you who are new, we do product research sometimes. The goal of this is to show you how I do products. I purposely do not show you products that meet the criteria. I teach you how to fish. I do not hand you a fish. Number 2, because I know how to do product research, if we do not get participation, then this is pointless because I don't need to learn how to do it. It's to teach everybody else to do it. And third thing is first comment always wins. So if I say, okay, pick a product that catches your eye, just like Chief Cheese over here, he picked something that's somewhere, I think, maybe, but wins. Has to be on the page. How long to make 3 to 5K a month? I don't know. It's different for everybody. When doing private label, does our business need to be the same as our brand name? No, LLC and brand name can be different. You can have an LLC doing business as. Textured wall art. Unless you're talking about one of these 2, Chief, these 2. If it's one of these 2, then let me know. If not, if it's not on the page, guys, we're not analyzing it. It has to be on the page. Okay. And one last thing is if somebody says, hey, go look at this product, and this is why I wouldn't look at this product, don't be like, oh, well, why'd you even ask me? This is how you learn. What is niche dive? It's a tool on data dive. Watch like one of my last 20 videos. It's within there, Jay. I have videos on data dive. I also have videos on data dive on my YT channel. So if you guys are not, we post a new YT video every Monday. So if you guys are not locked into the YT channel, I would, because we got even more in-depth value in there. You dig? All right. So first comment wins. I think we had somebody say the panels. So next we're going to identify the main keyword, wood wall panels. It's almost always going to be in the title. So then we're going to go to our search bar and we're going to type in wood wall panels. Bada boom, bada bing. I'll show you guys. I have a software, 5,000 search volume, most relevant, highest search volume. I'm sure if we did wall panels, it would be different, but we were higher search volume, but we want to look at wood wall panels, not just any. We go through, we see all the products are relevant. That means that we most likely did our job there. Next, we're going to pull up our product research software. If you sell 2 types of private label completely unrelated, do they have to share the same brand name? It depends on how you do it. Technically, you can have multiple brands under one account, or you can also have one brand that has different niches. I think the second is a better option. All right. So wood wall panels, we see search volume 5K, total revenue 2 mil, solid. Average revenue 58K, solid. Average price 120, solid. We wanted at least 30. This is more of a high ticket item. Average reviews, solid. So far, this is what you would want the product to look like. Now we're going to look at how low reviewed sellers are performing, and we would want to see at least 20% of them. So you'll see the number right there, top left, and then you would be able to count how many are making 10K plus a month. Now, one thing that I don't like about this product, I've seen this product before, I've literally analyzed thousands, is this right here. I don't love that a majority of the products that make 10K plus a month have multiple variations. I don't think it's very beginner friendly. So we go look as we pull up each one of these different listings, different variations. Now, when you start to break it down, some of these are size, which I don't love. Some of these are color. If there was only like a few that had color variations, I don't think that I would care as much. But when you start to come into where it's like, okay, this is kind of like bed sheets, where if somebody doesn't have a certain color, they're not going to buy it. Like, you probably want it to match your wall. Just like if I have a queen bed, I'm not going to buy king size sheets and vice versa. So with a product like this, you would most likely if you wanted to perform really well, you would most likely have to match almost all the big popular wall colors, which makes it not as beginner friendly. So when we come here, this is what you would want the market to look like. So right here, when you're doing product research, these front end numbers, search volume, total revenue, average price, and then average reviews, and then those 20% of low reviewed sellers making 10K plus a month. But then like I said, with the variations, when we look at parent level revenue, which is what we track it by, we see that it looks deep with the 10K. But then you look at ASIN level revenue, and it's actually not as deep. It stops right here, because everybody who's really performing well has multiple variations. Out of all your products, how much profit per month does each product make? I mean, I sell 50 plus products, brother. So it'd be kind of a lot to break them all down. But we have products that do high five figures in profit a month. And we have products that make mid four figures in profit every month. So the range is quite wide. I mean, you have to understand, we have products like a variation of a product that maybe makes 5K, and we have a product that does 100K in top line revenue a month. So it's such a big gap. What tool is this? Helium 10. I only use Helium 10 for product research, y'all. Outside of that, Data Dive is the best tool. Data Dive, it's honestly sick. Like, once I got access to Data Dive, I actually used it on one of our existing accounts, and I literally increased our daily revenue by like $1,500 to $2,000 a day. I made a video about it. Where at in Helium 10? This is their Google Chrome extension. Now, going back to product research. Now, this product I probably wouldn't move forward with. Again, I do love these numbers, so that's a good thing. Now, you might ask yourself, okay, Luke, well, we just spent that time looking at a product. What would we do now? We would come back to our page, home decor, and we would continue to go through to find a product that caught our eye. Now, you're going to save a lot of time with what I'm about to teach you. There's some products I wouldn't waste my time on. Electronics, wouldn't waste my time on it. Seasonal items, wouldn't waste my time on it. Fragile items, wouldn't waste my time on it. Something that had really high reviews like this is a double whammy, super high reviews and electronic, I wouldn't waste my time on it. So you're not looking at every single product on the page. You're going through and looking for, certain products. Like, for example, maybe this is something I'd look at. This is something I'd look at. Maybe not, but I would explore it. This has high average, or this I already know would have high average reviews. Boo, 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 boo. Maybe something that I would look at. I've seen this before. Low price, high average reviews. Both are low prices, so I know that the average price would be below 30. Something I'd look at. High average reviews and low price. I already know that. Low price, electronic, low price, high reviews. So, like, you notice a beginner might be like, okay, I'm going to look at every single one of these, but I'm just scrolling through and I know that a lot of these I wouldn't look. And then you just, right? So home decor, indoor home decor products, outdoor home decor products. Then you have multiple different pages. There's literally millions of products listed on Amazon in different variations of products and so on and so forth. So anytime somebody says like, oh, I can't find a product or I'm struggling with product research, I think that can be true, but I think that what happens, oh gosh, I just got a YT comment that's going to make me crash out. I'm going to answer it. I'm going to make a video about this, actually. I lost my train of thought because of this comment. Okay, let's break it down. This is the comment. Hey, Luke, I saw Noob say it takes 5K or 2K a week minimum on ad spend. Is that true? Somebody screen record this. For real. Somebody screen record this and send this to bro. Let me know when you start screen recording. Or should I screen record it? Or tell him to hop into my YT live and just join in or press play at 26 minutes in. Okay, so the question. Hey, Luke, I saw Noob say it takes 5K minimum or 2K a week on ad spend. Is that true? You should not take advice from somebody who has lost $40,000 a month selling products on Amazon. You should not take advice from somebody who 1 week is doing good, 1 week doing bad, and cannot keep consistent results for more than 6 months. Also, I have launched 70 plus products on Amazon, including variations and everything. Outside of this health and household category, I have not once on a launch needed to spend 10 or 2K a week. In fact, on my product right now, and I don't watch Noob's videos anymore, so I don't know how much he's making, so maybe this is ignorance, but that I can almost guarantee is profiting and making more than Noob's product at this moment. I have the numbers because I track our performance every week. On a product that we are very, very, very profitable on, we spend $755 on the week of 126 to 2/1. We spent $755 in ads to get $3,700 in sales. The full month of January on a product that, like I just mentioned, yesterday, 550 in sales. Day before that, what was it? 550 or 500, pretty much the whole week, last 7 days, $500 to $550 in sales. It's 3 p.m. right now, $350 in sales profitably on this account. We spent $1,500 in ad spend all of January. Please realize that just because somebody says something online or has an Amazon account or makes content does not mean that they know what they're saying. It's a 10% rule on people who should give, actually 1% rule on people who should give actionable advice. So 110%, that is not true. Yes, a majority of the products that I launch, like this is the problem, and I talk about it. People in this echo chamber. So it's like it's a funnel. You have all Amazon sellers, and then you have Amazon sellers who watch TikTok, and then you have like a small community of Amazon sellers who are on TikTok and also are in this like little community, right? And so you have one person say something, it's like an echo chamber, and people think that's Amazon. So then I get questions like, and not blaming you for the question, my friend. So I get questions like, do I need to spend 2K a week on my ads? Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. I was trying to mimic the person that you got that from, not the person asking the question. Sorry. Anyways, but do I need to spend 2 weeks on ads? No, you don't. That's a majority of people don't. And then you look and it's like, oh, most people have to lose money on ads in order to make money. No, a majority of my product launches, even when I first started and there was less information than there is in 2026, a majority of the products that I launched were self-sufficient. So because I did see that video, it popped up and I actually had to It was on my travel channel. I had to block bro because I didn't want to see any more of his content. You need more than 5K a month on Amazon to start Amazon. Yeah, you need more than 5K if you are god awful at ads, don't know how to properly run it, and don't know how to make proper optimizations. Then you probably need more than 5K. That's my rant. It's like trying to argue the majority for the majority. You cannot argue the minority for the majority. The people who are in that position is the minority. And that's not even me saying that most people will succeed on Amazon, or most people. What I'm saying is like to think that this is 100% fact the way that it has to happen, when in reality it's not. With great product research, have you gained experienced failures? I've gained quite a lot of failures, yeah. The failures are what made me the seller that I am today. Screen record doesn't save audio. It doesn't? Since when? The part I don't understand is he's telling you he's not profitable and y'all still listen to him, bro. Alex. I know. Alex, one of my students, notorious troll. He's always trolling in the lives. That literally might be the most GOAT comment that he's left. But yeah, man. It's funny because I know people who are like very successful in the space who like see some of the nonsense and it's like people just kind of like sit back and chuckle about it a little bit. Because there's only so much you can do. Like, let's say you're someone like me, or even someone like Brandon Young. I'm not saying, by the way, I didn't mean to name drop him like he was the one. He has nothing to do with this. But like somebody like Brandon Young, he's done 8 figures on Amazon. Like, there's only so much you can do because you're going to give good information. You can't control the information that other people put out, and you can't control the information that some people listen to. What's your biggest loss? I lost 6 figures to a bad business deal one time. One time last year. That was probably my biggest like financial loss I've ever had. I'm shocked he's spending a couple K out of pocket on ads every week, bro. I don't know. I'll keep my comments to myself, but then I'll say them out loud. Bro will not recoup his money in 2026. Anybody want to put some wagers on it? I've been on a hot streak on my wagers, on my picks. That's my pick for 2026. Bro will not recoup his money in 2026 while giving all of you advice on how to make money on Amazon. I'm a D-bag. Sorry. So sorry. Nah, man, no hate. It's kind of like if I say the things that happened in World War II were an atrocity to mankind. Is that hate or is that just a fact? I don't think I'm hating. I think I'm just speaking facts. Hey, Luke, I have a product that's $10 and CPC $3. Is this good? Bro, you found yourself a hitter. You found yourself a hitter. I have 800 reviews off organic sales. How much should I spend a day on early auto campaigns? Preston, I'm confused by what you're saying, bro. You have 800 reviews off organic sales, but you haven't started any auto campaigns, or you have 800 sales organically, don't think that that is correct. How to account for Amazon fees when sourcing products for beginners. Go to the Amazon revenue calculator tool by Amazon, put in your cost of goods, put in your dimensions and everything. And Amazon will tell you what your FBA fees and your profit margin is and everything. I will say the value. I will say he doesn't make a lot of content now. The value of that content is a different story. Yeah. Preston, I'm really good at remembering people's usernames and I guess you don't have a profile picture, but people's usernames. I remember you. I'm reluctant to even answer your question. If Vine are not claiming my product after 3 weeks, am I cooked? I wouldn't say you're cooked, but that's not the best thing to happen. Thanks for all the great advice. I got you, Mr. Fax. Do you remember me, bro? Yeah, I do. What do you remember me from? One of Noob Traders' lives. They don't want it for free. They don't want what for free? What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about with the Vine. Yeah, it's not the best indicator, but it's not like the worst. Because I have seen it play out a few different ways, and I just don't think that the data correlates enough for me to make like a indefinite decision or analysis. So what I was going to say is like, back then I used to think if a product didn't get claimed from Vine, then that's kind of some insight that when you start running ads and start trying to sell the product, that people aren't going to want it. That's not how it's always played out. Because I've seen products that got eaten up on Vine, but didn't respond well in the market. Obviously, there's things that you can do initially to fix that. And then I've seen products that just pooped the bed on Vine, but crushed it. Need to get a lawyer to file my trademark. I'm not in the US. Yes. Danny, I wouldn't let you in even if you applied, but God bless you. Anyone who goes not, yeah, pretty much. No, it's just kind of like, I don't know. I love helping people. Like, there's people in the lives. There's like Pizza, FB, Chief, Airstick. Like, there's people who like, even if I didn't know, like they didn't know me when they first came in, or Ham, where it's just like you come in as if you're talking to a human being with like respect. And then there's some people who get like bold on the internet. And I wouldn't even say bold, but like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you only got time and energy for so many inputs. Do you think it's okay I spend $3K on inventory with a $4K budget? I can increase the budget a little. I think that's fine, yeah. Why not let bro in? We actually deny like 90% of people who apply for the AMZ Masterclass. We've actually gotten on calls with people like the team, and the team's gotten back to me and been like, listen, like we could cash out, but this person should not be in the program, so we'll deny them. Usually the people who actually have the best opportunities are people who are in the lives. Like I'm pretty sure it was Ham. Ham, can I tell the story of when you joined? If you don't want me to tell it, I won't. It's because they don't have enough budget. That's why some people get denied, but some people, it's like literally we just don't think they'd be a right fit for the program. It's not like anybody who has 3K or whatever can pay it, they're going to join. No, it's like, there's a reason why we have a small, tight-knit community. But Ham hopped on a call. My onboarding coach, Adam, was in Japan. And so Ham messaged me on TikTok. He's like, bro, I had a call scheduled. Like, what happened? Very rare. It doesn't happen. But I was like, bro, hop on a call with me right now. So we hop on a call. He said, bro was sleeping. Yeah, he's on a different time zone in Japan. So me and Ham hop on a call. I obviously knew who he was because he's up in the lives. We've DM'd a little bit before. Pretty sure a few comment responses. Within, I think it was 9 minutes. I think I clocked it. Within 9 minutes of getting on the call, Ham was in the program, like enrolled. Like, I'm pretty sure username, invoice, everything within 9 minutes. I didn't have to vet Ham. I already knew. I was like, bro, do you even need to hear everything? He's like, no, man, let's get it going. I was like, all right, let's do it. Some people, it's like, all right, what are your goals? Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I was already set. Yes, sir. User 78, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Amazon changed my product category automatically. They F me up. They do that sometimes. It's not often, but they do that. Just get the catalog team to change it back. I sold myself before a closer could sell me. Yes, sirski. Yeah, man. I mean, how do you like the program so far? I mean, I guess that's a great transition into it. What's the scariest thing in your journey you've experienced so far? That's a really good question, but I don't think I have a really good answer for it. I don't think I have an answer for it because of the way that it was worded. Oh man, I ripped that one. Scariest. I don't know if I've had scary moments. I've had scary moments in life, not business. I would say biggest loss was like losing 6 figures on a bad business deal last year. That really sucked. That wasn't Amazon related though. That was one of those things. But see, that one was hard because, you know, at that point, I'm financially free. Like, okay, I lose 6 figures. It sucks. I gave myself a day to sulk about it. But like 20 minutes later, I'm making calls, like figuring out like, okay, like this sucks. I'm going to be upset about it for a day, but like I'm blessed where I can make that money back. No, it wasn't that, bro. That was 2023 that all that stuff happened. 23? Yeah, 2023 is when that all happened. The other thing was just a different bad business deal. Amazon wise, I would say one of the worst things that's ever. Wait, no shot. What was 2023, Ham? But one of the worst Amazon things that ever happened, yeah, that was 2023 when I used to be friends with him. I would say the worst thing was I've had bigger things happen. Like I've lost more money. I've failed, had bigger fails, but this one was more significant. I'm going to get to that too, next gen. That's a great comment. But I was doing like $1,000 a day on Amazon. And I woke up one day to 0 sales, which was very weird because I'd normally like wake up to a few $100s in sales. And I check my Amazon account and it says like your account has been suspended. I panicked. I got down to the bottom of it. Long story short, I sold a gray area product for my very first product. And so the Amazon was kind of catching up on that gray area. So that was crazy because, you know, and that was an issue that persisted for like a week. So like you're making, you were a broke kid, you're still on your best friend's couch, and then sales, this is not profit because some, you know, I know some people, no, it wasn't. It was the gummy supplement, bro. It was a gray area product. But you know, from being broke, thinking that you made it, like found your way to make it out, and you're making 30K a month in sales to like nothing. That was scary. That was probably, yeah, actually, no, that was scary. There we go. That's the question. That was the scariest moment as an Amazon seller. Crazy. Because I saw him post a recent video that people should show him respect now because he sold I think 1 to 2K in sales this week after weeks of spending tens of thousands out of his pocket. I think he's bipolar. I think you're 100% correct, next gen. Yeah, I agree. That's actually, as a grown man, a crazy thing to say, that like I think that all of you should now respect me because for this thing that I've done. Nah, homie, like I'm 26, bro. Bro's like 30, and I understand that respect is earned, brother. It's kind of like, oh man, I used to play football. I wasn't very good. I was really good at track, but I used to play football, and I remember one day at practice, like, mind you, I'm putting myself on blast. I'm not trying to make myself sound good right now. But I remember like scouts from ASU and stuff came because it was a big football school that I went to. And I remember I did really good at practice that day, but I sucked. I sucked, but I did good at practice that day. And I remember being like, bro, I made catches and stuff like that. Like I wanted people to respect me. Bro, ain't nobody going to respect you when you're the little scrub out on the field and you had one day of making catches, but 30 days of missing catches, bro. You know what I'm saying? Unless you caught the game-winning pass for Super Bowl weekend, your one catch don't mean shit. So anyways, that's my thought process on it. No shot, that was 2023. Yeah, man, time flies. Time flies for sure. God's plan too. Man, what my life would look like if that was still my group. I'm terminated off Walmart seller. It's all good. Walmart sucks. I don't like Walmart. How come my inventory are not matching with my units sold? Maybe your inventory is not fully checked in. That happens sometimes. I never get worried about inventory discrepancies until my shipment says closed. If it says closed, then you have to reconcile it. If it doesn't say closed, because I've had I don't remember the exact numbers, but to keep it simple, like 300 units that were supposed to get checked in, literally 100 were checked in and 200 were missing, like not inbound, not anything, but my shipment wasn't closed. I was like, you know what? I'm going to leave it. We'll give it a week. I gave it a week. Magically, those 200 units appeared. So unless it says closed, don't trip out. Thoughts on selling pouches? I'm sure you do well creating a brand off Amazon, but yes, competitive. Honestly, man, I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about it. And I think this is a great lesson. I've thought about it. I use this every day. But just because I use something doesn't mean that I should sell it. Like, bro, I'm pretty sure Zin sold to Marlboro. Marlboro. Anyways, you know what I'm saying. Like, bro, you're going up against behemoths, and there's two categories that I would never get into. Like, you couldn't pay me to get into: alcohol, tobacco. He said, try again. No, I'm not going to try again. I don't know I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't know how to say the brand name. 1 hour of fame in practice. 100%, bro. Blank just doesn't have enough experience to give advice the way he does. Yeah, man. I've talked to people about it, and here's the thing. When you do this social media thing, you can get addicted to attention, right? I've become numb to it. It's the reason why if somebody comes in my live and says, you're the biggest, obviously they don't know me, you're the biggest scammer that's ever walked the face of the planet, and I despise you, and I hope the worst things happen to you, like, unfazed. Just like I'm unfazed if somebody comes into the live and they're like, you're the best person ever, you are amazing, your information is the best, like, you know what I mean? Unfazed. Like, you just can't let attention get to you in that way. If you don't understand that, you get a few thousand views and you're feeling like the man, son. That's why The highs are so high and the lows are so low, son, like generational crash outs. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that. You're not you don't give advice until you have some years under your belt, man. I'm not gonna take fitness advice from my little cousin who was super skinny, went to the gym for 3 months, and isn't isn't on a level that I'm trying to get on. What's on your wrist today? Same thing as always, bro. I'm actually gonna start wearing a different watch. It's not an expensive one. It's a Movado, but it's sentimental. So we're gonna drop the flashy and go with the sleek and simple. For how long are you running that product selection deal? Until the announcement, brother. Once the announcement happens, which that could happen next week, it could happen in 2 weeks. I'm not too much. Not too much. I'm not too sure. But once the announcement happens, and I'll let you guys know before. I mean, I'm getting a Santos. I wanted a new one that came out. I don't think I've seen those. Nice. Luke has too much aura to give a fuck. Yeah, man. I don't. If you're not, like, man, quite frankly, I don't give a what people I know think of me. So how can I give a fuck what anybody on the internet thinks of me? Yo, what's going on? This is like a new scam. This is like the second person who did that. I had to block the other one. Anyways. Gotta have thick skin. Can't let the praise get to you. You can't let the negativity get to you. Listen, man. Wait, you won't be doing product selection with the new course update? I will, bro, but that's the one thing. Like, students are going to get all the benefit when this announcement happens. The one thing is product selection price will be going up. That's the only thing. So I told all the students, hey, like, I'm giving you guys an opportunity to lock it in. You can get it now and not use it for 2 years or a year or whatever. But if you want to lock in at the current rate, now's the time. Why will it go up? Will there be changes to it? Yes, for the better, right? In my opinion. So yes, there will be changes to it. I can't say too much about it, but good changes. With product selection deal, do you also provide supplier or just the product itself? I give you a few suppliers, but I tell people caution to contact 10 to 20 manufacturers. I don't give you 10 to 20. So like contact the ones that are on the sheet, but also contact more. Proactive product upgrade to think like a competitor. Atkin. It's actually really funny that you leave that comment, bro. So he says, yo, Luke, I've seen a video of Brandon Young talking about proactive product upgrade to think like a competitor and adapt to reviews, etc. How much do you do that? So this is differentiation, brother. And it's really funny that you mentioned Brandon Young and this exact topic, because my last YT video that I posted is using Brandon Young's software, Data Dive, to add value into the market, look at gaps like that competitors have in their reviews and make a better version. So if you haven't watched that, I would. But yeah, I'm big on differentiation. Only 2 are actually willing to work with me considering, oh wait, hold on, I missed that. I have talked to 25 manufacturers, only 2 considering my order quantity. Ham, you hit it on the nose, my friend. This is why you contact so many. Not all 25 are going to work with you. Only a few. Some will be willing to negotiate, some will not. Some will be willing to meet your MOQ, some will not. Some will be willing to differentiate your product, some will not. And so you'll contact 20, but you end up getting it narrowed down to 3 or less. If you're lucky. If you're really lucky, like maybe you have top 5, but realistically, it'll come down to like 3 or less. So that's why you contact so many. All right, y'all. This has been a George. If Georgios is still in here, or Airstick, they know that this live started off rocky, and Alex too. I think Alex was in here early, but it was a great live. Okay, cool. Do you think you will ever do a brief discount on product selection after the course update? Yes. I always like to add value to the students. Do you think the Dice Bowl is a good addition? Message me privately, brother. I'm here, Wild Ride. Yeah, for sure, man. And do you change your product often and make it better once already launched? Sometimes I will, based on feedback, make improvements, but I would say that's much less or much more rare. Same thing as yesterday, bro. Started at the bottom and hit high 30s. Yeah, I don't know. Like it's for sure the TikTok update. Like the first 10 minutes in the live, if you join, it looks like a very sad live. But after that, I promise it gets good. But anyways, y'all make sure to show some love to the last few videos if you haven't. Check out the AMZ Masterclass in the TikTok bio to have me as your mentor along your entire journey. Go apply. Free to apply. Hop on a call with the onboarding team. Obviously, the program is not free. We will be increasing the price here soon. I know I've been edging everybody with that announcement, but it is coming soon. So y'all go check that out. Apply, lock it in, hop on a call with the team. I hope everybody has a blessed rest of their day, and I will see y'all soon.